Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over on the test account and we're going to be breaking down the patch notes that are up. This is patch 1.135. Now overall, I am pretty disappointed with this patch because we thought there was going to be a lot of reworks to the signature items, a couple different changes in there for things coming down the pipeline, but let's run through this and see exactly what we're getting. Now overall, we are getting the new Awakened Light Bearer, which is Lucius. So very cool to see. Again, a lot of players super stoked for him. I love that they kept him a tank, so really being true for what he was essentially in original AFK Arena was very strong. Now there was kind of a combination between Lucius and Belinda, and then of course with the Thane way back in the day, they were heroes that most players ran through a ton of content. So it's kind of interesting to see that we have those three players or those three heroes that are kind of again. So added new Lucius, Oath of Radiance themed Voyage of Wonders called Shadowfall. So we know that is also going to come equipped with some time emblems, which is good. In addition, the gift of time is going to be up. So this is going to give you the ability to get 50 time emblems. Now, overall, when it comes to new heroes, when it comes to patch notes, make sure you wait to build them. I know a lot of players were saying they're going to finish out Belinda or the Awakened version of Athalia. I'm even looking at Shamira, looking at Solus, a lot of different ones. So not only do you get those 50 time emblems, but you also get a discount on the first 6 draws. So you do have to use this. It is a pretty limited time to do those discounted draws. So make sure when they drop, regardless of who you're going to build, if it's going to be Lucius or another hero, that you are actually using these discounted draws. That way you can get them. Now, also with that, remember, we don't know kind of the question mark of the fate of Eugene. If it's going to be, once we get him ascended, he's going to go into the Stargazer. So you're going to be able to summon him. Or are we literally going to have to take him all the way to 5 stars out of the guild coins right now, or is it going to be a combination of guild coins as well as getting him out of events? Because that is a little bit disappointing to me that we're spending all of our resources from all of our events to actually build out Eugene. Now we're adding a new beast, the Ice Crown, kind of a weird combination. I don't know, as a beast being an Ice Crown, would have just probably given it a different name. You can enter the Beast Ground to lure and capture after 1440. And then of course, with the new beast, we get a new Fantastic Voyage. Super excited about this one because this means that we're getting more baits. So generally the way to build out these beasts as they sit today, getting your beast resonance up to level 12 is really going to be the staple. So you're going to grind it out as you're getting baits to get them to level 12. Once you do get your beast to level 12, there are going to be specific beasts that you're going to take higher than that level 12, essentially getting them to 18 within those specific beasts. And then over time, beasts are going to be really built. When we look at now, again, kind of big picture, you got the signature items that are going to 40. You also do have the collections that a lot of people are trying to get staffs for. You have heroes that are coming out left and right. You also have Poe coins that are in there. You have Twisted Essence in there, and you have your baits in there as well. So again, we are literally splitting and dicing things that we're getting from events, not including Eugene, into a bunch of different ways, meaning it is incredibly difficult right now to build heroes in AFK Arena. Now, we do have the Heroes of Espria event that is coming up, which again, this is a pretty good way to get some resources, but there's a lot of stuff that really costs a lot right now in AFK Arena. And then, of course, we have a new battle effect that is going to be going on with there. The Mystic Star Zone is going to be up. Now, it looks like there are no changes to this. So overall, the Mystic Star Zone, unfortunately, there is no more additional changes. We didn't know if there were going to be some new loot added to it, the ability to get some of the new chests, some of the staffs. But as of right now, it doesn't seem like it. Now, added the new Love Petal Day events. Now, this, of course, goes right around Valentine's Day. So, Lingering Aroma, during the event, you can obtain Sweetly Rose Syrup from daily activity to exchange it for in-game events. And True Love's Vow, during the event, you can obtain Lasting Roses from the Twisted Realm to gift them to other adventurers. Now, of course, this is kind of a popularity contest. If you guys have seen it the last, I believe, 3 years at this point, there are a lot of resources out of there. A lot of people do swapping in different places, kind of going Rosely or Sweetly Rose Syrup. So swapping the events that you're getting. So essentially, you're farming them out of the Twisted Realm and you're swapping them with another player, or you're just giving them to players, again, just kind of based on the ranks and the popularity that you want to give them for really helping you out. So again, it gives you a frame out of here. very, very competitive when it comes to the frames within AFK Arena, and people spend literally tens of thousands of dollars to get these frames, which is kind of crazy because, in my opinion, you can only wear one frame at a time, and there's a lot of frames out of here. But if you're putting in the money already, then what does it really make a difference? Now, those ranked among the top players by the time in the second round of the Treasure Scramble will be the Treasure Commanders for the next Treasure Vanguard. This rings true. We have actually seen this quite a bit before. Is the Treasure Vanguard is going to have the ability, or whoever scores really at the top of the Treasure Scramble is going to take on the role of Treasure Vanguard as we go into the new one. So again, a little bit disappointed when it comes to overall building out the plus 40 signature items, because what's going to happen is out of here, we even got a couple more resources. So we've actually been building up a lot of these chests, and I've been saving these. So we have 1369 when it comes to the Epic Emblem Choice chest. Unfortunately, at this point, we haven't seen any adjustments in the signature items themselves, but we have a considerable amount of chests. With that being said, you're talking possibly building out 2 heroes, because in addition, looking at our bounty board and getting your rewards out of here, this is only for a limited amount of time that we're actually getting these out of the bounty board. This is going to go away, which takes it down to 2 chests. When you look at them for the store, if they pop up in here, it is 5 chests for, I believe it was 2,000 diamonds. So it is super ultra expensive to buy them in there. Everywhere else, it's kind of limited to getting those chests overall. Now, what a majority of players are doing, and kind of what I recommend as well, is sitting tight and holding on to your Epic Emblem chests, just making sure that you're holding on to them to see exactly who is going to be the broken heroes in conjunction with a couple different abilities that we have out there. A lot of it has kind of went around like Althos and normal attacks, then combined with Raku normal attacks, but also we have the awakened version of Lucius, which is going to be very strong when it comes to normal attacks. So again, it's going to be very interesting to see exactly where these heroes are and where the build is out. Now, for me personally, I went in, I built out the awakened version of Athalia. So we actually did build out Athalia quite a bit. And then we also built out the awakened version of Liberta, are the 2 that we built as of right now. We also do have Belinda in there, but right now, again, that is kind of based on where we're looking for progression and where we're trying to make a little bit more progression in the content, because essentially what's going to happen, like we've seen in AFK Arena, is if you're sitting on these chests, now let's say, you know, we have 14, 15, 16, 1700, regardless of what it is, the players that went ahead and built those heroes that are best in slot within the Cursed Realm, Nightmare Corridor, Treasure Scramble are going to have an advantage, of course, having that plus 40 signature item with the ability, but also with the stats in there, which also means they're going to be getting more loot from those game modes, because they have the higher heroes, and they can build them out a little bit further, and they can do more damage in a couple different game modes. Now, overall, the plus 40 doesn't seem to be an absolute 100% line in the sand game changer, but it does take some strong heroes like Liberta and the awakened version of Athalia, makes them a little bit stronger based on the stats that they're kind of gaining. But again, overall, it doesn't seem like it's an absolute game changer. So if you're saving these, it's kind of a double-edged sword. And we see the exact same thing when it comes to summons. A lot of players do save their summons, save their cards, don't build any heroes. But then on the flip side, you don't have the heroes to use in all those different game modes. So guys, that's going to do it for the patch. I know we got a little bit off on a tangent right there, but guys, again, that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.